Do you believe change is hard? Have you ever heard change is easy? Are you sure that you want to quit smoking?
Yes.
Do you want to... Do you believe change is hard? Have you ever heard change is easy? I assume you've heard a million times that creating change is very hard. This is a story we tell ourselves based on our brain, how our brain is structured. Our brain, our limbic system, wants us to be safe. And safe is what's familiar, what we know very well, what we've experienced already, what we survived. This is the reason why we tell ourselves the story that change is hard. Nature is a wonderful example that change happens, and change happens to all of us. Our life is change, and change coming to us from the outside, this feels even harder because it creates resistance. Change coming from the outside, we react with resistance to it. We just had an election here in the United States of America, and this means change this time. Some people are celebrating, some people are super excited and happy, others are not so much. Others really resist that change and don't want it to happen. But it means change for all of us, and we can not change that. The same happened with the pandemic, with COVID-19 pandemic. It came to us from the outside, and no matter how much we resisted internally, we couldn't change that situation and cannot change that situation. And it created a lot of insecurity for many of us. Some lost their job. Others couldn't go to the office, to the workplace anymore. We had to work from home remotely. Or some needed to go back to the workplace. And nobody knows, is it safe? Will it be a safe environment for us? So there's a lot of change. If we want to create change from the inside, that's much easier because we connect our rationalizing, our reasoning with our emotions. And if you want to create change for yourself in your life, I recommend for you to find your why. Connect with your why first. It makes things so much easier. It makes change so much easier. I recently had a client. He came in for smoking cessation. He wanted to quit smoking, and he had been smoking for many, many years, a lot of cigarettes. And he wanted to stop doing that. He wanted to change this habit. And one of the first things we did, we found out what is his true why. Why does he want to change that behavior? Why did he want to change that habit? Are you sure that you want to quit smoking?
Yes.
Why?
I want to live. I want to be healthy. My kids, my wife.
What is with your kids?
Huh?
What is with your kids? My kids, my wife, what does it mean?
Like, I love them. I want to be there. Like, I want to be there to see my son graduate. I want to be there to see him play sports. All three of them. And, like, I want to see grandchildren in the future. Like, I want to make them happy. I want them to be proud.
You want to be a role model?
Yeah, like if I could do it, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I always tell my son that never say can't, because he can do it. Mm-hmm. And like, what example am I giving my son if I say I can't quit?
Do you think you can?
Yeah.
I think so too. Do you have your cigarettes on you?
Yeah. Thank you for the good job you did in the past, but I never want to see you again anymore.
Because?
I love my kids more.
Good job. And it was amazing to feel as he found what his true, real why is. He came up with a lot of reasons. It is not healthy, it costs a lot of money, it doesn't smell good. But his true why is his family, his wife and his children. And as he found out what his true why is, and he could connect the reasoning with his heart, this gave him the power, the strength, and the will, and the knowing that he is going to be successful. So if you want to create change in your life, find your true why. Find out why you want that. Why you want that with all your heart. And this makes things so much easier. With change management, we have to go through 5 phases. According to Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, I really admire her work a lot. We have to go through 5 phases, and she named them. This denial, it's bargaining, it's anger, it's depression, and it's acceptance. In my practice, I see all of those 5 phases mostly in a little bit of different order. In the beginning, there's denial, and you probably can relate to that. Do I really need to do that? Do I really have to accept that? Do I really have to wear a face covering, a mask? Do we really have to do the things that are new to us? In my practice, I very often see as the second phase, anger. So very often, right after denial comes anger. Why did this happen to me? Why is this so hard? Why me? Why me? Why can't I change that? Why do I have to go through that? Why do I have to suffer? Why all the whys that make us angry? And the third phase very often is the bargaining, the search to find a different solution, the search to be able to remain in that state that's familiar. That is, can't we find a different solution? Maybe I can remain in my job. Maybe if I reduce the hours, maybe if there is a treatment for this condition, maybe there's a better solution for that. Maybe I can just smoke fewer cigarettes. Maybe I'm more healthy if I just cut my cigarette consume in half. That's usually the third phase. The fourth phase is the sadness. It's when we really feel very sad about saying goodbye to what was familiar, the job, the situation we know very well, the cigarettes, say goodbye to the cigarettes, right? And the fifth phase is recovery. That's that upwards movement when we know we made it, and there is a way we can handle it, we can be successful, and we can experience joy again. And there might be even a sixth phase. And I like that sixth phase very, very much when people are through change management, through all those phases, and they regain their confidence, their power, their strength, and they support people who are early in the process, reaching out to them, reaching a hand and say, hey, you can do this, I did it, and if I could do this, you can do it as well. And I'm here for you, let's do this together. I'm a huge fan of understanding the 5 phases of change. And when we know that we have to go through those 5 phases, we also know that it's normal to feel those emotions, that it's normal to negotiate and bargain, that it's normal to feel angry in between. We must not skip one of the phases. If we don't go through all those phases, we can't complete that process. And if you cannot complete that process, we can't really move forward. So if you want to change something in your life, remember, you have to go through the phases, and it's normal that you feel the emotions you're going to feel. It is normal. Be gentle with yourself and be really assured that you can achieve the change in your life, the change that you want, the change that makes you happy. If you want to change something, understand your brain. The limbic system, the limbic part of your brain wants you to remain where you are because this is familiar, this is what you know, this is considered safe. But you can do this. And the more you know your why, the easier it is. Do the change work, change what you want to change in your life. Change your life to the better. You can do this. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Subscribe and turn on the notification. I'm Dr. Petra, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for being here with me.